Hello everyone, my name is Clay, and welcome to the 1,000 subscriber Q&A special. 1,000 subscribers. Only took 4 years. But I did it with your help. So, this video shouldn't be too long. Basically, if y'all were paying attention, when I got access to the community posts system, I posted a Google form where you could ask me a question, or multiple questions. And this is the video where I'm going to answer them. I got about 13 questions to go through. This is part one of 2 things I'm doing for the 1,000 subscriber special kind of thing. The other one is a game review, and that one's going to be coming out sometime in January, possibly a little later than that, as I'm going to be getting the help of a much larger YouTuber who is a friend of mine to do sort of a bit with it, and he picked the game that I'm reviewing. God help me, I'm not going to spoil it. Feel free to take a guess, though. Unless you're one of the 3 people who know what it is, no guesses from you. No. But, everyone else feel free to guess in the comments what you think the game is going to be. He has been with me the entire time I've been doing YouTube. He started before me. I joined in, and he was literally my first ever patron, too. So, I figured I'd let him pick the game, and he picked the doozy. But beyond that, really we're just going to get into the questions. I didn't want to make this too long. I've got to get everything setting up for Cyberpunk, because that's something I'm going to start working on soonish. Yeah, so the questions will appear on screen. I'm going to read them right off the screen and then answer them. And let's go from there. Boop. So first question is, what's my favorite race in Mass Effect? Solarians. It's all thanks to Mordin Solus. I was debating between Solarians and Quarians because of Tali, but when I really think about it, it is Solarians. I love their science nature. I love their focus on intellect, all that stuff. Next question. What was my first and/or favorite console? So, technically, the first console was an Atari 2600 and an Odyssey 2, but those were really family consoles. My first personal console that belonged solely to me was a Sega Master System. My favorite console, however, is the PlayStation 1. That really got me into JRPGs, Final Fantasy Tactics, Breath of Fire, 3, Grandia, all that good stuff, Xenogears. That was my jam, that system. So, yeah, next question. Do I watch anime? Yes and no. I used to be really heavily into anime. Not so much anymore. I've been keeping up with My Hero in the manga. But anime has to be very, very special for me to catch it anymore. Because it's a commitment. I kind of want to go and watch God of High School because I read the webtoon for that for a long time. Same thing with Tower of God. Both of those got put into Crunchyroll as actual animes, so I've been debating going to check them out. But yeah, if an anime looks good, I will watch it. Usually I watch it with my wife, and I've watched a ton over the years. Used to be really big into it in high school. Next. Am I happy? So this question, when I saw it in the form, kind of threw me off. Wasn't sure how to respond to it, because honestly the answer depends on the day, but as of right this moment, yeah. I've still got a job, unlike a lot of people, and despite 2020 being an absolute shit show, things have been going well on YouTube. My relationship is fine with my wife. I've got all my friends. I've got all of you. I have I exist. But honestly, yeah, a lot of the stress from my job and what was making me unhappy is gone because I don't have to commute 3 hours total every day. I actually have a life again. I have time to do stuff like this. I have time to relax. Drives really fuck up your mental state, so. Alright, next. So I know who asked this, despite the fact there's no name. Why do I do these things to you? You know why, sir. You know why. You've known me for, 7, 8 years now? You know why. Why do you do those things to me? Although in all honesty, I do it out of love. I pick on you because I care. Because you're one of the people who keep pushing me to try and keep telling me that, I'm actually good at what I do. And maybe you're right. Maybe I'll finally admit it. Perhaps. I can't give you that satisfaction, though. And I'm still never playing Trails in the Sky. Just to spite you. Next. Do I have any pets? If yes, pet tax. I do not have any pets anymore. I used to own guinea pigs. I had 3 of them. I still have a couple pictures of 2 of them. And I think I'll put one somewhere around here to show off the 2 I have. If I have a good one, I have to check. Don't think I really do, though. I have to find them. They're on my computer somewhere. So in editing, there may be a picture of them, like, here. But I don't have pets anymore. I can't take care of them, and I can't afford them, to be perfectly honest. And I'm kind of one of those people where if I can't give it the best life that I could, I don't want to just have one just to have one. Alright. So what is my dream meal? Allergies and other health problems, that's notwithstanding. In fact, like, whoop. See, I can go wee and mess with it. So let me go wee. This is all live, kind of. There we go. So I'm a diabetic, so obviously sugar is a problem and carbs. Probably authentic ramen. I love soup. I love stews. I don't know why, but I really do. I'd love to find out how to make ramen in my crock pot because I'm fairly certain I can do that. But like a really good, hearty bowl of noodly goodness with meats and eggs and all that stuff would be like the best thing ever. Followed up with a delicious treat of key lime pie. What are my favorite games? Top 5. That is a difficult question. So, these are not going to be in a particular order because the order will change. Mass Effect 2, Fallout 4, Final Fantasy Tactics are 3 of them for sure. And then the other 2, they kind of vary depending on my mood. Diablo 2 is something I spend a lot of time in, but I wouldn't necessarily call that a favorite. It's not one I can go back to. Like, I've tried, so that one isn't going to be up there. Breath of Fire 3, I think, would be in there. And then, probably, despite me having never finished it, not once, Final Fantasy 9. Or wait, no. Chrono Cross would be the other one. So yeah, it would be Mass Effect 2, Fallout 4, Final Fantasy Tactics, Breath of Fire 3, and Chrono Cross. I have a type. What upcoming games am I looking forward to? Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. That's pretty much it. Cyberpunk comes out in, an hour and 8 minutes from when I'm recording this, but I wouldn't say I'm looking forward to that so much. In fact, if it wasn't for Naticus, one of my patrons and a friend of mine, who gifted me a copy of Cyberpunk back in February, I wouldn't even be playing it. To be quite honest, my PC can barely run the damn thing. You might have seen the community post where I show the NVIDIA thing that shows like what my recommended specs are. It's low. It's just low across the board with a 720. I'm like, oh boy. I might have a solution for that. I'm going to try it out. GeForce Now, the streaming system, will actually allow or have access to Cyberpunk if you own it, which I do because of Naticus. So I'm going to give that a try because my connection is pretty stable. I was testing some of the other games that you can access if you own them. Because unlike Stadia, GeForce Now works off of your library. So like you own the game outside of GeForce, and then when you load GeForce, it's there. So I'll probably do the same if Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 ends up on GeForce Now if it works. So that's kind of it, really. Most of what other things I want are like remasters or PC ports. Like, it doesn't exist, but I want Persona 5 on PC. Persona 5 Strikers is going to be on PC. That's the direct canonical sequel to Persona 5. Why am I getting the sequel but not the actual first game? Oh, Rune Factory 5. The only special edition I own is Rune Factory 4. I like Rune Factory. Alright, next one. Why did I start doing YouTube? Okay, I've told this story a couple times, I think. This is not my first channel. The other channel is gone. It was nuked from orbit. I started doing YouTube as a way to share my passion of games and to kind of talk about them. My first channel was called This Is Gaming with Clay. It was a hodgepodge of a bunch of stuff. I tried different things. Like at one point I tried playing War Machine Tactics, which is a turn-based strategy game built off of War Machine, which is a tabletop miniatures game that I used to play a lot of. I tried doing community stuff with that, but War Machine Tactics is a piece of garbage. The thing doesn't run very well. I like it, but it runs like shit. Even on my current machine, and I was doing this on a machine that didn't have any of what my current machine does. I did these long, rambly reviews that, like, you all think my reviews might be long now, like, my 20-minute to 30-minute, like, Pillars review, but those are scripted now. I actually write everything out and read a script. I was doing hour-long bullshit. Like, I actually reviewed Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning for like an hour and 15 minutes, and it was just rambly nonsense. The one I have on the channel now is way better for a definition of that. So, but I started, and I'm still doing it because I want to share the games I love. The games that I am interested in, good or bad. And I want to share those with people, and hopefully help people learn about things that either A, they may not have given a chance to, or have a different perspective on. Because if you notice, I don't review games purely negatively. One of the things that I want to do is, if I have nothing good to say about a game at all, I'm not going to put a video out. Because no game is purely negative, in my opinion. Although I have once run into a game that was, I literally couldn't figure out anything nice to say about it, so I didn't. The review coming up in January is close to that. But I found things to say that are nice. I am a student at St. Pigeonations. What kind of bird am I? That. I don't know what kind of bird that is, but that is me. Thank you, Brandon, for this. And Batclam for drawing it. I didn't ask for this. But there I am. Behold. Is there a game that I wish I could play again but can't? So you could take this one of two ways, like a game that I'm physically incapable of playing because there's no way for me to do it, or a game I wish I could re-experience. With emulators, the first one is almost not a thing. Like, you can play anything almost with an emulator at this point. But if I was going to go with the first thing of I really can't do it again, it'd be Final Fantasy Tactics. Mostly because I'd want to play War of the Lions, because that's a better translation, better built game. But I don't want to deal with PSP emulation, and I would rather play an official release, so I don't have to deal with an emulator. PS1, PS2 emulation's a pain in the ass. One that I would love to erase my memory and re-experience? Probably Mass Effect 2. But I'd have to have played Mass Effect 1 and then jump into Mass Effect 2. Seriously. Mass Effect 2 is just that good, in my opinion. What's my favorite game to record? So, this is as of 12/9/2020. Okay, because I haven't touched Cyberpunk, so I have no idea if that's any good. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 1 was my favorite game to record this year. It's the first LP I ever did on this channel that was actually an actual Let's Play, not a Twitch archive. And I completed the game. Outside of that, I would have to go with Fallout 4. You guys can't see it yet, because as of 12/9, I've released 3 episodes. I've got 18 recorded. my patrons have access to 17 of those. Check out patreon.com/terminallynerdy. But yeah, I'd say Vampire the Masquerader Fallout 4. And we're back to the front, so there you go. All right, so there was the Q&A. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's given you some answers. Look forward to the surprise review in January. I'm not going to put the game's title when I do it. It will literally be the 1,000 subscriber surprise review. Like I said, I'm actually going to do like a scripted bit at the beginning in this whole thing, so it should be a good time. But look out for Cyberpunk, starting hopefully Monday. There'll be another episode of Fallout on Friday. I'm putting this out hopefully Thursday on the 10th. And yeah, thanks for supporting me, everybody. Subscribing to me, leaving comments, hitting like buttons, all the stuff that you all do. Here's to the first 1,000. And hopefully I keep growing. I seem to be. I don't know how. I don't really advertise anymore. I don't have a Twitter account. It's gone. So, yeah. Cool. Anyway, thanks for watching. Do the YouTube nonsense if you so desire. Again, leave a comment. Let me know what you think the game I'm going to review is. Take a shot. Take 5 shots. I don't care. Throw a whole bunch of names down there. Except for the 3 people that actually know what it is. Because there's 3 of them who do. You all don't guess. No. But hey, stay nerdy. Treat each other kindly. Happy holidays. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.